Okay, so today we have Shakespeare's sister and Stay. Now, of course, Shakespeare's sister member here, Siobhan Fahey, and I've heard some say Siobhan Fahey. But anyway, Siobhan here was in Bananarama, and again, I love the name of that band, Bananarama. Anyway, and people were saying you should listen to her other group, Shakespeare's Sister, like I said, which was a Smith song as well. So anyway, lots going on here. I'm gonna try to watch the music video again. If it gets blocked, I'll have to put a different video in. Anyway, let's see what's going on, I guess, and listen to Shakespeare's Sister for my first time. Anyway. Oh, sounds like a
If
church
this
organ.
world is wearing thin and you're thinking of escape, I'll go anywhere with you. Just wrap me up in chains. But if you try to go alone, don't think I'll understand. Stay with me. Stay with me. In the silence of your room, in the darkness of your dreams, you must only think of me. There can be no in between. When your pride is on the floor, I'll make you beg for more. Stay with me. Stay with me. You'd better hope and pray that you make it safe back to your own world. You'd better hope and pray that you'll wake one day in your own world. 'Cause when you sleep at night, they don't hear your cries in your own world. Only time will tell if you can break the spell back in your own world.
Damn. And then the fade out. Okay, anyway. So Shakespeare's Sister and Stay. Okay, so I mean, right off the bat, I'm introduced here to Marcella Detroit, is I guess her stage name here, who starts off the song. Because again, I know of Siobhan, but obviously Marcella's new to me, and obviously there's like that that dichotomy, I guess you would say, of like with Frank, Marcella, can't talk, Detroit, saying, being kind of like the good person, I guess, or the good, I was going to say good girl, that sounds weird, the good person, I guess, good character in the song, trying to get this lifeless guy, I guess, on the bed, trying to get him, to stay with me. And I mean, just what a vocal class here. Such a great vocal performance. I loved her high tenor, loved her high notes, and when you thought she was done, she wouldn't even, she kept singing a little bit, which I really enjoyed too, and it made me smile at some points, because again, I thought that part was done, but she just kept singing. I mean, my God. And then you cut to Siobhan, of course. I was like, because watching the video, I was like, that's not Siobhan, is it? And then here she comes. And she was kind of like the darker character. I really enjoyed all the theatrics here. It was very theatrical. Great music video. It really caught your attention. I can imagine this being on heavy rotation, I would imagine. Maybe it wasn't, but I think it probably was. Anyway, because it's just a captivating video. And again, the faces that Siobhan's making, the makeup, obviously, and they both look, kind of, white as ghosts, and the eye makeup's crazy, the mascara, all black. But Siobhan is even crazier. I guess, going back to Detroit here, she has the black and stuff, but it's like, more, I guess, kind of angelic in a way. It's more, kind of like how you would normally see it. And then, like I was saying with Siobhan, she's just like, it's like kind of all over the place. She looks crazy. The crazy eyes, I like at some points where they cut to her eyes just going crazy. So again, they really put that whole thing together of, that Siobhan's kind of, crazy, and then, kind of the devil in a way. And that's what I liked about the whole story was, Detroit's an angel and Siobhan's a devil. And I just keep saying Siobhan because I don't know. I guess I could say Fahey or Fahey, like I said, some people I heard say it. Anyway, but yeah, Siobhan is very good here as well. And it's almost like, I mean, they do have very different voices with each other here, especially with Detroit's very, like I said, high tenor. But, I love Siobhan's voice as well. It's almost, she doesn't get outshined here. Because again, I don't know, that's just the whole point of the whole song. The big thing is, how Detroit is just, sending those high notes to the sky. And I just love Siobhan's contrast, how she comes in and just walking around like she owns the place. And just, I just really enjoyed the whole video. I mean, my God. And again, just, I guess, she's just kind of saying, I guess she doesn't want this person to stay with Siobhan, or with Detroit, my God. And so yeah, just like I said, just like the whole dichotomy, like the whole contrast between both characters. And, it's a really captivating story throughout the whole video. I just love, watching them. It's just, that's the whole point. And then I like how at the end, the guy, I guess, wakes up and hugs Detroit. And it just feels weird saying Detroit, like, because I'm thinking of the city. Just he hugged the whole city. But anyway, I really enjoyed that. And I mean, again, they're just such they were, they look like, musicians, I guess you would say. They look like they're somebody important, both of them. Just their looks. It's just, they're, again, I hate to use the word captivated again, but I mean, they just look so good. And again, this was from 1992. I almost thought, this was from the 80s or something. I don't know, maybe just because I guess at the start, like I said at the start before, I kind of interrupted Detroit starting off the song. But, it sounded like a church organ or something that started off the song. And, just, I don't know, the whole point, I mean, I know there's, instruments on this, there's guitar, drums and such, bass and everything, of course. But, I think the whole focal point of the song was the voices. It was, Detroit and Siobhan. And it's just, that really what came to my mind, that they were very important, obviously, here. And, anyway, yeah, and I guess at some points, maybe I'm thinking of like the Sam Smith song "Stay." I mean, because I was thinking, did somebody cover this? Because I feel like I've heard some of this. Because when she said, "Stay with me" or whatever, I was like, I feel like I've heard that, but I have not heard, this version of the song, or whatever. And like I said, maybe somebody has covered it. I don't know, but that's what came to my head. And but yeah, I've never heard this version anyway. But yeah, some points were kind of sounding familiar in a way. But anyway, this is my first listen to Shakespears' Sister anyway, so very different from Bananarama, I have to say. Thinking back to a song like I was trying to remember the song that I listened or that I reacted to by Bananarama, which was "Cruel Summer." Of course, I don't know why I forgot it, but yes, "Cruel Summer," which I mean, obviously sounds very different from you think of how "Cruel Summer" starts, very kind of jolly and bopping right off the top. But with this one, obviously, very different, and I like that Siobhan could do both, go both ways. It's just go through different genres, whatever, and I just really enjoyed again. I mean, like again, Detroit and Fahey's efforts here. I mean, holy shit. Anyway, I am looking here on Song Facts because again, I don't only listen to the song. I want to see what's going on. And apparently, the inspiration for the song, it says on Song Facts here again, it says this song has a surprising inspiration, and also I see it's on Wikipedia too, so I guess it is kind of known. It says a 1953 sci-fi movie called Catwomen of the Moon. My goodness, about a group of astronauts who make a lunar landing and discover beautiful women with bad intentions. I mean, it fits already. One of the astronauts falls in love with one of them, but must return to Earth. So I guess that's what she's talking about with, please stay, don't go back and all that stuff. And then they hug at the end, whatever. But also I wanted to say, just looking at the lyrics here, because again, watching the video, I didn't catch all the lyrics, but it does seem in a way that this could refer, I mean, just again, I guess it's about, astronauts and stuff, but you can kind of infer, talking about maybe somebody with like depression or something, somebody thinking about, I don't know if I want to go as far as, suicide or something, but when they're talking about right off the bat, if this world is wearing thin, and you're thinking of escape, I'll go anywhere with you, just wrap me up in chains. So it's just like, she's so, close to this person. She doesn't, wrap me up in chains. I mean, usually people don't want to be wrapped up in chains. I mean, but she will just be with them. But if you try to go out alone, don't think I'll understand. So again, try to go out alone. Again, the depression kind of thing comes to mind or whatever. Just leave this earth, or just leave, I guess, this moon and go back to earth as well. And then of course, stay with me. And again, she delivers that so well. And so, it's so shimmery, it's so beautiful, it's great. In the silence of your room, in the darkness of your dream. So again, this comes to mind again as somebody who who deals with, these things of, depression or whatever. And again, so many people know the feelings or whatever. It's just like in the silence of your room, in the darkness of your dreams. I mean, those hit home. You must only think of me. There can be no in-betweens. When your pride is on the floor, I'll make you beg for more. And again, I think this was, this was still Detroit here, but yes. And then we go on with the chorus again, stay with me, and then you better hope and pray that you make it safe back to your own world. So again, talking about going back to Earth, this is where I guess Detroit is again. So this is where Siobhan comes in. I think I said something wrong there. I had to take a pause for a second. Holy shit. Anyway, when she starts with, you better hope and pray that you make it back to your own world safe and all that. And that, right off the bat, it takes a turn, obviously. And I guess, this could be interpreted as, death calling in a way, or, just a point of, I guess that's the whole point. You better hope and pray you make it back to your own world. You don't die or whatever. Again, if you're going back to the astronaut thing, you don't explode in your rocket ship or something. And again, I just love the contrast here, and I just love the whole story and how they came up with it, being two different characters and just hoping for different outcomes, I guess. One wants him to stay and, be careful and all this stuff, and the other one, you better hope and pray you make it back to your world, you little shit. Anyway, and then it goes on again, you better hope and pray that you wake one day in your own world, because when you sleep at night, they don't hear your cries in your own world. Only time will tell if you can break the spell back in your own world. And again, I hate to bring it up again, but that whole point, like I was saying, it seems like, he has some demons or whatever, coming back to him. And, just, again, talking about, they don't care in your own world. It's just like, obviously, I guess this person, has some things to work out, obviously, when he gets back to his own world. And talking about, again, when you're talking about when you're going back a different, to the other verse here, which I'm all over the place, but when Detroit said, in the silence of your room, in the darkness of your dreams, you must only think of me. There can be no in-betweens. When your pride is on the floor, I'll make you beg for more. And there is an annotation here on Genius where it says, this line takes a different note, and is this why he's depressed? Is he trapped in a relationship where she is controlling him? Because yes, those lines, because I did think for a second, was that Siobhan? But no, she came in later. Because she, saying, when your pride is on the floor, I'll make you beg for more. That sounds a little, a little aggressive for, you know, the character of Detroit here that she's taken on. But yeah, I mean, such a enthralling track, such a brilliant track. And again, I can't get over the voices; they're just so good. Love the contrast. I keep saying that, but it's true. I really enjoy it. And the music video again, where she's just walking down those stairs, just going crazy, and you know, all the moves and the hip thrusts and everything. Yeah, really enjoyed this. And again, I didn't know what to expect here coming from Bananarama, because people said, you know, listen to this. It's kind of different than, you know, Bananarama Cruel Summer, from what I heard. And yeah, it is. So yeah, anyway, really good. But again, very relatable too. I mean, especially because, again, talking about, again, what I thought about with, you know, kind of depression in a way, or just, you know, again, going back to your own world and, you know, no one caring, but, you know, one person wants you to stay and one person doesn't, or whatever. One person wants you to go, it seems. So anyway, hopefully, you know, that's as clear as mud. So yeah, I guess that's all I gotta really say. Great song, holy shit. So thanks for watching, and I love the name of the album, Hormonally Yours. Beautiful. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff. Really appreciate all the support, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.